Hey Google, start over.
All right, check it. This is number podcast. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Come on.
Oh, I fucked up. All right, let me go. Have a do-over.
Here we go.
Podcast 14.
14,
Podcast 16.
16.
I'ma stop there. I fucked up.
Here we go. All right, now podcast number 16. Yeah, I'm on the lean. Nah, just kidding. On me. Yeah, about to go in. About to go in. I'm too scared on the camera. Yeah, my name is Cameron. I'm on. Welcome to the podcast. Somebody else go in.
It's, almost the end of winter, and we going into the season. All you all need to listen. What we gonna spit in these mics. So get ready to sit down watch in the TV, on your phone, anywhere where you listen to the Troubleshooters podcast every day. Yeah,
Right,
every week, every Tuesday.
Hey, Papi.
Puppy.
Abe, give me a word. Fuck that, I don't need a word. Cause I know that the bird is the word. Is podcast 16 and I'm gonna be in here. I'm not gonna let these boys take my lines. I'm gonna speak even if I have to get mean.
Oh.
Cause I had a dream once that I was gonna get my own mic.
Oh.
I was gonna get my own bite.
Oh.
I had to learn to bark before I could bite.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm saying, but this shit sounds nice when I'm going on the beat. To go 2 bars without stuttering, that ain't no small feat.
Ooh.
Size 11, that ain't no small feat.
Hey,
Is that it?
that was good.
All right.
I had to redeem myself. I had to redeem myself for the
Hey
beginning.
Google, stop.
Beach.
Pause. Motherfucker. Hey guys, welcome to the Troubleshooters podcast number 16. My name is Cameron.
My name is Google.
And I'm Gomez.
You guys know what this podcast is all about. We're spicing things up here. We got the 3 mics on. Our last week's podcast was different. It was completely different. We picked up the mics. We took off the mics. We threw the mics outside the window. We were building a PC. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah,
Gomez is here now. And Gomez
back
is
again once again.
yeah.
Yes, I'm here. Last time they told me to meet up at the wrong place, so I showed up and they were like, "Oh, we already recorded it. Sorry. Tune in next week." Beach. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. That's all that matters.
About to spit this heat on the mics now, huh? So, the one thing YouTube has done to us, they stabbed us in the back. They ripped our spinal cords out. We're demonetized. But you know what? That's not gonna stop us, cause we're still gonna be making videos. We don't need to be monetized. I mean, we never even use the money from the monetization, anyways. So we're still gonna be making videos.
So it's like in Harry Potter when what's the bank called? Goblets? Something.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
The Jews.
Them. We just have a bank somewhere full of gold coins that we haven't used.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, D-Day was like what? February 20th, I think.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, it's funny. D-Day.
Yeah.
Or it was like demonetization day, but
That's
I thought it'd be funny. D-Day.
Fresh.
So
you heard it here first.
all the smaller channels got demonetized on the 20th, including us. We're pretty bummed about it.
We were so close too. We were like 100 hours, or like 50 hours away, maybe.
I did the math like several times in different situations, and we were like at the farthest, we were 100 hours away from meeting the mark, and like the closest, like Yeah, honestly, we were like 100 to somewhere like hours
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but then the thing about that is that it has to be from the past 12 months. So like, so I think every day from the past 12 months, your hours have to add up to 4,000. So it's like it's always changing. So I think
So
overall we just need a.
If we would have known, let's say like 6 months ago, we probably could have been a little more proactive. I think when you told me about it, it was like a month ago, maybe a little less than that. So when it comes to like at that point, like as much as you try, it's gonna be pretty difficult to reach that.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of let us know like halfway through. I mean, it's kind of.
Well, I didn't know.
I mean, not halfway through, but like it's like they only give us like how much time? Like
They
a month,
gave us
2
like
months?
a month, more or
month?
less, about a month.
All right, guys, reach this amount of time in a month. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, right now, like, honestly, like, right now at the point where we are, monetization doesn't necessarily matter. Because, like
Yeah.
you said, we don't use the money or anything.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, the fact that we're being demonetized is kind of like you're not being successful in their eyes. So I guess you kind of take that blow. But,
You know what? It doesn't really matter. I mean, like now that we're demonetized, I mean, we could do whatever we want now. I mean,
True.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get copyrighted. I mean, it's not like we're gonna be using copyrighted music every second because that's kind of like stealing still. But like,
Yeah, as long as
we can cuss, we can put blood, we can show bodies getting
Yeah, as long as we don't get
massages.
striked. As long as we don't get striked, we should be fine. But the only thing I'm worried about too is like if we do all that, is that gonna be hard for our videos to get promoted?
Nah, I don't. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, I think there's a conspiracy theory. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but I think our name is like gone. Like, I don't think they allow the word shooters in like.
What about
And-
trouble?
Yeah, it's weird because on PlayStation I try to put out like. Whoa, those guys are weird. Anyways, no, but on PlayStation I try to put like, you know how you can put like your little bio. I try to put troubleshoot like youtube.com/troubleshooters, but like it won't let me put the S in there. It'll let me put troubleshooter, but it won't let me put the S. So if you look at my PlayStation bio,
Or is it too many characters?
no, I put like Superhand Films and it worked. I put like,
How long is Superman Films though?
it's longer. I don't know. I put the Superhand Films. Anyways, it doesn't work. I try whatever I possibly can do, and it. All right, he's still going. Abraham's counting right now. Abraham's going in. He's doing the maths. But I know Troubleshooters is less characters than the Superhand Films. So, yeah, so PlayStation doesn't allow it, and YouTube, I feel like, I don't know. And like even with, I tried putting Troubleshooters in like the search bar, and like, you know how like whatever you looked up previously, like it'll like show up in the search bar. Our name doesn't even show up in the search bar. Yeah, like even though I recently searched it, like it won't let me watch. If I pull up my phone right now, it shows up as Troubleshooters because I took out the O.
So, name change
So you
coming
just
soon?
typo. That's a typo then.
Huh?
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, name change coming
well,
soon.
did you
or
look
what,
up
guys?
Troubleshooters on your phone and then you try to look up Troubleshooters again? But like, you know how like you recently searched stuff comes up, it doesn't come up. Even though I recently searched
I don't
it.
know.
It doesn't-
I don't really use the recently searched button. Like I don't know. I just don't know.
like when you search our name,
I know
it
what
won't come
you
up.
mean, but I just don't
I
use
think-
that. Like I don't know if that's a
I think it's a thing. I think our names fucked already.
So, name change coming soon?
I don't know. I like the name. We're not gonna change it. But just the,
Amigos?
But just the
Amigos!
fact that like I know like YouTube won't allow Troubleshooters, and I don't know. It's stupid. I think it's really stupid.
it's just gaining traction.
I don't know. It's dumb. Where I'll show you guys right now. But I don't know. It's really stupid. See, look at. I look up Troubleshooters, but when I look up Trouble,
It's probably because you typed it wrong the
Shooters?
first time.
nah.
Yeah, but pop up.
First-
So then I click. I know. But when I click on it, and then when I go right here, it doesn't come up. Right?
Type anything else. Type something else.
I'll type in. What do you want me to type in?
Bad and bougie.
Bad and bougie. Right? I'll put Little Uzi. Right? Okay. See? Boom. What did I say? Our name won't pop up.
And,
Like shooters is like censored on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Troubleshooters is censored. I don't know why. It's stupid.
I don't
So-
know, but, so what do we take from this? What's what do we think? What's our next step?
I feel like these podcasts are now us complaining about YouTube the whole time.
I know. I feel like we've been on this.
We've been
topic for a
complaining about
while.
YouTube this entire time. YouTube, you guys need to stop.
It's been a 10 episode long complaint about YouTube. So how about we take things in a different direction this time?
Oh, what do you want to take it to? What have you been up to, man? What have you been up to? You've been doing auditions.
Yeah,
tell me about your Tell me about your auditions. What's the worst audition you've ever had, dude?
Okay. So this is one where at first it was great, but then it ended up being terrible. So I went to this audition in Lake Elsinore. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast.
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I went out. It was like a 40-minute drive from where we live.
Mm-hmm.
I was super nervous.
Oh,
Is this your
not on
first
the
audition?
podcast, but
Huh?
Is this your first audition?
No, this isn't my first audition. This was just like.
Why were you nervous for this one? If it wasn't your first,
It was just because I hadn't auditioned in a while.
he's auditioning in front of Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg. I hadn't auditioned in a while, so I was just nervous. And in my eye, I felt like I wasn't prepared enough. Like I hadn't worked the monologue or whatever. So I'm like driving the whole way. I'm like, just shaking.
How come you don't prepare your monologue in the car?
Well, I did, but I did, but it was just like there's like a certain amount of preparation that I would have liked to have had that I felt like I hadn't done. So the whole drive there, towards the end, I was like, ooh, I should probably just like not audition. Like fuck this. Wait, we did talk about
we
this.
did, but not on the podcast.
No, we talked about it.
I never heard about
No. This was
never
at
heard
Achieve Your Dreams one. Remember me and you?
I thought we talked about this at your place when we were like
It was
planning
on
the
that
other day.
one. Well, it wasn't that one. But anyways, I'll just tell it again. So I get there and like I was about to like just drive away like, oh shit, I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't think I should do this. I'm probably gonna be trash. And then, but I just went in there and I did the audition, and then they like really liked it. Like they were like, oh, that was great. Like,
Oh man.
you'll be here. So like they let me read us like a few specific parts that they thought I was gonna be good for. It was for a play, by the way.
What kind of play was it?
Pride and Prejudice.
Ah.
So then
Pride and Precious.
Pride and Bad and Bougie. Then I go home and I'm like, oh, I killed this. This is gonna be. So I even if I get a small part, I'll be happy with that. And then like that night, I get an email from them. It says Ivy Players cast list or whatever, and then they're like, we're sorry to announce that although we loved your performance, your audition, we're moving the production to summer to coincide with, there's like a what's her name, Pride and Prejudice, the direct author, Jane Austen. There's like a Jane Austen festival over the summer, so they moved the whole production to then. So like basically the audition didn't matter. So no matter how well I did,
Dang. So they
were
kicked
just
off
like,
everybody from off that audition, or just you?
well, they just didn't cast anybody. So it was like, oh, thanks for auditioning. Come audition again when we're getting ready.
Stupid.
Yeah, so that was like that was one of the times. That was one of the times where I was like, after the audition, I was like, oh, okay, like I killed this. I have to get at least a small part. And then they just like they moved it, so there was nothing I could do. But I feel like it's funny how that goes, because there have been auditions where I'm like, oh god, like I'm gonna have to change my name. I'm gonna have to move to a different country because that was atrocious, and I get cast. And then there are times where I'm like, oh, let's go, I killed it, and then I don't get cast. So.
What's the weirdest character you had to like audition for?
It depends because
A monkey.
it just depends because like some auditions will be like, for plays it's usually you read sides. For film it's usually monologues. Some auditions some from like someone kind of like go in between, so it's like a monologue and then sides. There was this one play, or Dracula actually.
Dracula. Did you have to suck some real blood? They're like, here, man, drink this real blood.
I'm going to suck your blood.
Here, man,
no,
drink
so-
this monkey's blood.
What's up with you and monkeys?
I don't know.
So there was this character in that one. He's like Dracula's
Sex
like
slave.
henchman.
Oh.
So he's like this because it takes place in an insane asylum. And so like he's a patient there that gets brought over to Dracula makes him become one of his little henchmen, and like he's this guy that like eats bugs and And just
So they
weird
made you
stuff
eat
like
real
that.
bugs?
No, that was a character. That has to be one of the weirdest characters that I auditioned for.
So how did you audition for it? Give me like a little.
Well,
like an Igor type of guy. He's like,
kinda, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it just depends. Like the guy that played him kind of played him like a little more maniacal. That because I watched the play.
Gomez is on the.
You were like,
I wasn't cast. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, don't
You know,
get to
remember
play tomorrow.
you know how Shia LaBeouf was watching that play about himself? He's like in the crowd.
Yeah.
The movie. So, anyways,
Were you like Shia LaBeouf in that play where he was watching the
I could have
play?
been better. I could have been a star. I could have been a
Wasn't Sean, our boy
contender.
Sean, cast in that?
Yeah, Sean was the monster in that. But so anyways, he was just like a really weird character.
Yeah.
But for that one, it was like you just showed up and you did like physical work. So the guy was like, "Come in, show me your best impression of a crazy person in a mental hospital," and then he was like, "Just
sounds fun.
yeah, like and now you're gonna walk into the center, and then I want to see you like." What your view of what your interpretation of like a true monster, like just a beast is. And so Sean went in there, he was like,
He did that?
yeah, he was going in.
You saw him do it?
Yeah, we auditioned together.
man.
Did he rip his blouse?
He ripped his his blouse. And then after that, it was just sides, so you just like read sides from the characters. So it wasn't like,
Wait, hold on. You got a little hair right here.
dang, you're gonna stick your finger in my eye.
Wait. It's right here. It's right here now. Hold on.
Ahoo, and
There it is. There it is.
Abe has a hair right here too.
Oh, wait. wait. You have another hair, though. Hold on. Damn. All this
Damn.
haircut hair or what?
I haven't showered in 3 days.
There it is. There it is. Got it. All right.
That was an eyelash. Anyways, yeah, good time.
Wait, hold on. You got another. I'm just kidding. Imagine, dude, you have all this hair on you. What's going on?
So,
Turn-
I mean, that's my audition stories.
Damn. So
have you guys ever
so,
auditioned?
I was getting to that. So let me tell you a little, something. You know, we're turning into Hollywood now. We're turning into a big Hollywood movie now.
Big Hollywood
know,
movie. You're gonna be a star.
So I'll tell you way back when. I got a text from my father. He's like, "Hey, go to this." And I was like, "What is this?" And it turns out to be like some like sitcom based on like a horror thing. I don't want to go into the specifics of it because I don't want to get in trouble by like anybody. So I'm just gonna say, I was like, "All right, that's cool." And then yesterday we went to go film, me and you.
Yeah, shooting a film, big movie,
And then
Hollywood
we're
movie.
like, "All right, yeah, we're gonna film tomorrow." And then you're like, "Again, I have 2 auditions tomorrow." And I was like, "Auditions for what?" He's like, "For that thing you showed me." I was like, "Oh, that's right, I totally forgot." So then I was like, "All right, I gotta remind Abraham." So Abraham was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I was like, "All right, cool." So then comes to this morning. I woke up a little bit late for the audition, but that's okay because it was 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You have another hair right there, dude.
Oh, who cares?
You have
Just read and get on with the story.
Wait, hold on. Let me get
Bro.
Hold on. You have all these hairs.
Abe, you want to kill him tonight? Sacrifice him.
Do you have cancer, dude? You're losing all your hair.
You heard it here first. I was gonna wait till the end of the podcast to announce it, but
Oh my
fucking
god.
fool.
Anyways. Okay.
Cam,
So
What are you doing?
so I'm turning into the monster.
Cam's
So
having a breakdown.
we go to me and Abraham go to the place that supposedly they were gonna hold it, right? And then we're like, oh, what the hell? Where are we at? It's in the middle of San Bernardino, and it's like so ghetto over there. And it's this place called American Sports University or something like that, right? It's so weird. So we go in there. It's like a warehouse. It's like where like Daredevil like goes to like train for
There
his
was
boxing.
just
And there,
a chair in the middle of the room.
dude, it was so weird. Honestly, it was like the most weirdest place I've ever seen in my entire life. Like it was like the most.
When we walked in, on the left was the quinceañera set up. They were like planning a quinceañera.
Yeah.
On the right, whereas people practicing WWE.
Yeah.
Like people were literally
Are you
like,
serious?
Yeah, they were wrestling,
practicing
yeah.
People
for
were there?
Yeah, they were practicing WWE moves. Like it was a whole. They had a coach. They were just screaming and everything.
So
They
it
were
was like glow.
yeah, and then downstairs they had like
Yeah, I wish I was-
tribal
It was like
drums,
Wakanda,
and
like-
Wakanda, like
What the?
and
It
like
was a
people were
one-stop
like
shop.
people were like doing training, but dude, like the lighting in there was so creepy. Like it looks like we can film like a 50s noir like boxing guy who's like I don't know, like it's so weird, dude. I want to take you to that place. I want to see if we can film there because that place is really sick.
I mean, there was no regulations. We walked in and there was like nobody
Yeah.
telling us anything.
Yeah, it was like
You heard the
just walk in,
Wilhelms?
yeah.
We wanted to talk to someone who worked there or something, but we couldn't find anybody.
But
so.
the person we did end up talking to, I'm pretty sure he didn't even work there.
Yeah, he was just like
I don't even.
He's like, hey,
"It's my third day out
I know this place. I've been around the two.
here." Yeah, he's like, "It's my third day out here. I don't know."
So we went to the wrong place.
So yeah, so then I called my dad. And I'm like, "Hey, can you look up on Facebook or something?" Because my dad's the only one who knew about information about this place. I was like, "Hey, can you look up if they moved it or if they canceled it or if they moved the time?" So then he sends us a new version of the ad, and it's still the same times, but it's at a different location. The different location is like 20 minutes away. So I was like, "Oh crap!" It's like time's almost over. I'm like, "Oh my god, we're gonna be so late." But we got there like decent time. So anyways, we drive, we get there. I end up doing 360s. I crashed into 5 helicopters, and I won a couple races. But anyways, we get there, and we're like, all right, this is the place. And Abraham's like, oh, I know this place. I've been to plays here, right? And it's like a little like Hollywood Bowl place. It's like it's like the Hollywood Bowl where like it's like you sit on the outside and it's like steps and like a stage. So anyways, the people were sitting on the steps. And there was this girl auditioning, and so I was like, "Do we go?" Abraham's like, "I don't know if we should go or not." And then, so we end up going in. The girl walks out, and then I'm like, "Hey guys, are you here for this?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then they get me first, and they take Abraham away from me. I'm like, "Fuck, what do I do?" My heart's pounding.
You. That's how you know they were gonna kill you.
My heart was a little bit pounding. I was like, "Oh my god, okay, this." All right, let's see what I can do. And they're like, oh, have you acted before? I was like, nah, I mean, I do shorts every week, but like nothing professional. And he was like, oh, all right. So he's like, all right, we're going to have you read these scripts or these lines from the script. And then he gives me the paper. And then he's like, all right, to go over, like, takes some time to go over the lines. I'm like, all right, cool. I have time to go over the lines. And he's like, you're going to be reading for I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it yet. I just want to be surprised. Because I want to see if people notice us in this thing if we get into it. And he's like, but play this character, but do your best Kramer impression from Seinfeld. And I was like, dude, I can't do. In my head, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this.
But his body was like.
And so, anyways, I read the lines. I did terrible, and then he told me to do it again. I did an okay job. It's still bad. And then I get taken away. Like they take pictures of me, and then Abraham does it. It's Abraham's turn. I see him. Dude, this guy is killing it right now.
All right, let me go. So yeah, I saw Cameron. Let me go. So we got there, and then I'm just gonna tell my side of the story because we got there, and then that little girl was, or not a little girl, but the girl was auditioning, and like we were inching towards because like there was people there, and we were like, I don't know. And Cameron kept getting closer. He was gonna like walk down there, and I was like, I don't know if we should be going that close. So I backed up. She was done. We went. They talked to Cameron, and then like they pulled me aside, and they're like, "Oh, we'll do Cameron first." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then they took the makeup lady took me, and then they just took like a profile and sides of me, or whatever they're called. What are they called? A headshot and a profile.
Headshots, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So they took that of me, and I was like, "Oh, you can just find them on the hub." And then I sat down like to the side. Again, because I didn't want to like interrupt Cameron, and I was like listening to Cameron, just like, but I didn't want to be like full on, but I should have been. Like nobody was paying attention to me, at least at that point. And I was just watching Cameron go off, and like I didn't hear what the story was about or nothing. I can just barely hear like some dialogue lines, and I was like, oh, what the, like I don't know. I was like, what am I gonna do, dude? Because like this is my first audition, and I was like, I don't know. My expectations were just to try it. Like that was my goal. Like, you know, when we talked about on the podcast, just like try things and do things.
Yeah, there you go. We're living it, guys.
Yeah, so living it. So yeah, I was like, let's do it. And then like Cameron finished, and I was just like, and then they took Cameron, and I went on, and I was like, all right. I don't know what's happening, but I try to play it cool. And then I was just like, yeah, guys.
Hi, my name is Martinez Abraham.
And they're like, I shook everyone's hands, and they're like, all right, cool. And I'm like, what am I? And they're like, all right, here, turn to this page, or they turned it for me and they gave it to me, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna be playing this character. I guess someone say it. And then and they were like, do you watch Seinfeld? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And they're like, oh, so you know Kramer, right? And I was like, yes. Yes, I do. And they're like, just do your best Kramer impression and incorporate it into this character. And I was like, whew. I was like, and I was like, I don't practice my Kramer impression, but I'm like, I think I'm pretty good at impressions in general. So.
Yeah.
Do your Kramer real quick.
I had to have lines or
Tell
something.
me a story.
Just do a line from Seinfeld that he does. All right, you're fine.
Oh, when he says the N word at the comedy club.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, I can like it took the weight off my shoulders a little bit because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like deliver my lines. I'm like, do I just do it myself or
Yeah.
stuff? Like I don't know. It was just like how because they were like, I heard them talk to Cameron. They were like, oh, the second time like like give it like more like emotion and stuff. And I was like so what do they want? And then they didn't let me read the script over. Like they let you read the script. They were just like, all right, here, and then like they started reading, and I just had to read off. And I was like,
that's how it was for me too. Yeah.
Usually,
oh,
I
I thought you said they gave you like a little bit to read.
No, they were like, you can go over the script. And I was like, all right, cool. I was going over the script, and then they were like, they started reading their lines already. I was like, oh my god, they're already going. Like I only had like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it depends because like if you like, it's recommended that you're like if you've never seen the sides, you just be like, can I take 2-3 minutes to just read this over? Just because you've never seen it, and even though it's like a completely cold read, you want to like put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
And so like the casting director is gonna be like, oh, they want to take 2 minutes, just look it over. Like I completely understand, because they want to get like the best out of you. So you can do that, or you can just go completely cold.
Yeah. So we went in freezing. I went in freezing. I was just like, all right, whatever. And then they were reading the lines to me, and they read, and I did it back. And I don't know, like I
don't know. It's your third day out here.
It's on my third day out here, so I tried doing it. I think I did okay. It was just like, I don't know. I just try to act like Kramer in that character.
I want to see your Kramer.
And overall, though, like I guess they were really impressed, which was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? And they told like me and Cameron at the end, they were like, yeah, you guys are some of the best reads we've had all day. Like,
yeah. So after they got Abraham, they were like, you know what? These two have chemistry together, so why don't we put this guy as another character and then have them go off each other? I was like, all right, that sounds cool. And then they gave me the character. I was like, oh my god, I got this in the bag. This is easy. This is like, I don't know, just me, myself. So I throw myself into the role. I don't know. And then we did it, and I thought we did a pretty damn good job.
yeah, I thought we did pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous because I was gonna go to the audition too, and it would have been great to like, especially because they let you guys read together. It would have been great like if I got to read with you guys because like we act together all the time, and then but I couldn't get out of word.
And then they were like, yo, you guys are competing for the same character, so like show me your nips, like whose nips are bigger. And so me and Abraham had to like,
Cameron's are bigger. I have small nips.
but then they were like, oh no, they have the same size, so like you guys have to fight to the death, and whoever wins gets the role.
He broke a mop stick.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. It was really cool. It was super awesome. Shout out those people giving us a chance out there, because
Man, I
we
wish I
we
could've
literally
been
had no
there.
experience to go in. I mean, I remember I did an audition before this, but like it wasn't like no talking at all, like no dialogue. So,
Show us your tits.
yeah.
Man,
yeah,
I wish I would have gone. I'm so mad.
It was cool because like I honestly like I was like already setting myself up for like in my head I was like not that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do terrible or whatever, like I'm gonna bomb it. It was just like I had zero expectation. I was like, I'm just gonna go in there, try my best, like, but I'm not expecting anything. I'm like, it's like my first freaking like audition, like, you know, it's like I feel like I just expect it to be like a grind, like, you know, people do millions, or not millions, but like, you know, they do a lot of auditions before they actually get something. But like it was just a trip. It was fun.
Yeah, it was super cool. Like I like when they started elaborating on the idea. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm so into this. Like this is like the idea is cool, guys. I think it'll be really cool. Hopefully we can like share it and stuff. That'd be sick. Should ask them like.
We should be able to share. I don't know why they wouldn't want publicity.
Yeah, they're gonna want publicity, but like I don't
know why
it.
you're hiding it.
I don't want to ruin it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, it's
So yeah, that was our first audition. It was sick. It was dope. I liked it a lot. I don't think I would audition again unless it's giving it to me like that, where it's like you don't need experience. I mean, I don't know. Because I don't want to be an actor. I mean, that's not like my thing. Like imagine me doing a play.
Too late, kid. You're in now.
Oh my
You're in
God.
the biz.
Me doing a play would be terrible. I'd like ruin the whole thing. I forgot my lines halfway through. Do you forget your lines? Because like you can't look through your lines.
No.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, I like
recite your line from your last play. Go.
spare top and scuff now. Cold.
That was your worst, your most offensive British.
What do you know, you
accent?
miserable old skin flint? No, it just depends. Cause like you just gotta, like you haven't, like let's say from the time you're casting the play to the time it goes up, you have enough time to where you can memorize the entire play, and the more you do it, the faster you can memorize, because the stronger your memorization skills get. Because like when I first started acting, it would take me like a few days or like a few weeks, like a couple hours a day to memorize a minute or 2 minute monologue. And now I can memorize one in a day and like just be ready to go. It just depends. But the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Yeah, because they give me a line in the audition today, and I kept messing it up. I messed it up like 3 times. I'm like, I'm sorry guys. Like, hold on,
Yeah.
let me read this. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, I was like, you were like, it was the long one. I remember like when I got to that line, I was like, and I was like, but yeah, Cameron was like stumbling over, and like I think it's because it was really the script was written weird too. Like it was just long and
Yeah. Like there was just like one piece of dialogue that was like really hard to say because there was like so many like, I don't know. Like they could like, I don't know. I felt like could have condensed it in like more words. I was gonna like do improv, but I was like, nah, I should probably stick to this.
I was gonna do improv too. I was thinking about it. I think I did. I cut
the script.
I cut a couple words off here and there, but I wouldn't go off script.
Yeah, I was thinking about going off script, just like put a little words, a couple stuff in there.
When you audition,
yeah,
unless it's like a complete emergency, you usually just stick to the script.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to complicate
I
things.
do what I want.
Fuck the script.
Fuck the director. Fuck the producer. They don't know what they want.
Reincarnated.
I'm the next Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know,
what
but
they want.
I think they liked us because we were super chill, and super cool.
Man, I'm so mad. I wish I would have gone.
Man, we can probably.
I could have been a star. I could have been a contender.
We can submit a thing to them later. Don't even have to be a part of the script. Just be funny.
Hey, I was at the mailbox yesterday.
We can show them your clip of "Face Me."
But yeah, I think that was dope overall, and just get your dick wet, everybody.
Yeah, true.
Just go out and do things because it's cool.
Yeah,
It's full. And, like I never would have really done it if Cameron didn't tell me about it. So.
All right. So, Gay Gomez, you like Black Panther or what? Flip it on his head.
Oh yeah,
flip it on his head.
Google, play paramedic.
It's okay. Google.
Chill.
Nah, that Black Panther, in my opinion, was fantastic.
Rank the MCU real quick.
Okay, so last year my favorite Marvel movie was Thor Ragnarok. That movie was so funny. And then this year, because it's the only one, but because it was really good, it was Black Panther. But Black Panther, I think, like, it had a great story, and the characters were well written. Eric Killmonger.
Oh my god.
My biggest complaint, I don't know if you guys I don't know if I ever complain to you guys, but whenever I have a complaint about superhero movies or Marvel movies, or DC movies, whatever, just superhero movies in general, my main complaint is always the villain was trash. Like the protagonists were great, the story was decent, but the villains were freaking dog shit. But this time, the villain was great. Like I was also rooting for him. I cared about him, and so like when he was like, never mind. Let me not spoil that.
Nah,
but,
spoilers, everybody.
No, but like this is one of the first. This is one of the one of a few that I actually care and I'm invested in the villain, and it just makes the experience in the theater so much better because when you're only paying attention or only care about half the story, it's just it's not that much. And then it was funny too. Like it was funny. It was serious. It was everything.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I mean, I knew going into it, it wasn't gonna be like a roller coaster ride. Like, well, let me take that back. It wasn't gonna be as comedic as like Thor Ragnarok or like Guardians. I knew it was gonna be more on the side of like the first Iron Man, where like it's pretty serious. It has some comedic elements in it, but
really
it's
funny.
Pretty serious. Yeah, it was.
I mean, Iron Man is pretty funny too.
Iron Man's funny, yeah, but like watching the first Iron Man, it's kind of like it tells like a kind of like a serious story and uses like the lighthearted moments just to bring up the because it gets kind of dark in Iron Man. But this one, I enjoyed it. Like the more I think about it, the more I like it. Coming out of it, I was like, okay, that was a cool Marvel movie. It's probably not my favorite, but like in terms of like the way it handled its villain, like I think it's I think it deserves to be up there because like no other Marvel movie has done this. Like, dude, Eric Killmonger's so good.
I know.
He's so good, dude. As the moment, like, Abraham's dumb.
Yeah.
Abraham's gonna challenge you with your opinions on this movie.
Black Panther sucked ass.
Oh yeah, beach.
Yeah, beat.
I'm too crazy, fool.
Yeah, Black Panther, more like Whack Panther, boy.
You're dumb. Well, okay, so hey, what do you think, huh?
No, I didn't. It didn't suck. I didn't think it was amazing either. I'd give it like just on a scale for people to understand. I gave it like a 7 out of 10.
Then I would
It's
say
good.
that's
It's
like
good. That's a
great.
good- Yeah.
No, I know, but people.
Okay.
I'm saying like the general
Okay, yeah.
consensus of people. They're like,
Oh, it was
the
the best
they're like Black
movie of
Panther.
all time.
That was so good.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
all right, guys, let's
Killmonger's
let's take it down.
Yeah.
3 levels because it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like it does a lot of things very well, but a lot of other
The story
things.
does have weak points.
Yeah, it's just overall, I was like, I liked it a lot. Killmonger, Eric Killmonger's probably like. Now you mentioned that like in Guardians, all the other movies, like the villains were just kind of there. Like you never really discussed Ronin. You never talk about like Whiplash, you know.
Yeah.
But like the discussion after,
With
like
who?
when we watched it, was like a lot of it was based about
Yeah.
Killmonger. A lot of it, like I'd say almost like at least 30 to 50% more of it. Like you know,
Yeah.
and that's weird for like at least in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like the Dark Knight did it with like Joker and like their villains, they were really good. Like I feel like that's the only trilogy to really, and the Spider-Man movies actually.
Yeah.
But like in this movie,
With the exception of 3
Exception of 3.
Yeah.
of the originals.
yeah. But like in this movie, yeah, Killmonger was dope, dude. Even to
Yeah.
the point where I liked Killmonger more than
I was just
T'Challa.
gonna say because I'm thinking about it now, and I don't know if it was because they wanted to focus more on the world. Why? I don't know if it's because I wanted to
I do that
focus.
too. Don't worry.
I don't know if it's because they wanted to focus more on the world and like the lore, but to me, T'Challa
He was kind of weak. Huh?
was kind of like overshadowed.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Like, he
way
was-
overcasted, dude. Like he was. Like,
What do you mean overcast?
I mean overshadowed. Yeah.
Like he wasn't really a big part of the story. It was mostly about like Wakanda and
Yeah, sorry, but he was probably like a very passive antagonist.
Yeah.
like in
Yeah.
most protagonists. My bad.
And Chadwick Boseman's an amazing actor, dude. He's so good.
I haven't seen anything else, but
Like in 42, like when he plays Jackie Robinson, he's so good.
That
oh,
was
he
his
plays
first
Jackie
movie.
Robinson.
He played Jackie Robinson. He's so good.
Yeah,
he's even like he's amazing in Civil War.
It was cool, but that was all CGI. It wasn't really. He didn't really talk.
No, but like when he was like at the end
I
when
must
he's
fight
like,
with my family.
when, at the end
I must go
when-
back to my family.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah. No, but at
Stand
the end
down,
when
Captain.
when he refuses to kill what's
Captain?
his, Zemo, the villain in Civil War, because he just accepts that that's not
Stand
what he's supposed to do. I thought that scene was really awesome, really heavy. But this movie, I was expecting more of Civil War Black Panther in this movie, where I can see him doing cool stuff.
When he was there, and there wasn't that much action.
Yeah,
with
that's
him.
what I'm talking about.
Like a lot of the action was like the Civil War in Black Panther, like the war amongst themselves,
Yeah.
and then there was like a little bit of action here and there, but it wasn't that much action.
Yeah, the only action scenes were the car chasing and
that
then the battle at the end.
Yeah,
like that's
no.
literally.
Yeah.
And then if you consider the challenge fights, I thought were weak as hell.
No way, man!
They were weak,
The
dude.
first challenge fight. Oh my god, I was in
The first one was cool. No, the one with
awesome.
Killmonger, that fight scene was whack.
Really, I thought that
Why?
was sick.
It was weak, dude. Like
You knew what was gonna happen. Huh?
no, it was just like I wanted. Well, maybe it's just my personal preference, but I wanted Killmonger to beat the shit out of Black Panther,
Yeah.
like fucking brutally, like I want like brutal, like
Yeah,
Bane
yeah.
breaking Batman's back. Like that's how bad it should have been, like. Cause he's like just a better fighter. I think he's just better overall.
Well, and
like
then also his mindset is just like annihilation.
Yeah.
Like, I have to destroy my
yeah,
enemy.
with all the freaking like he takes so much pride in his kills and like dude, I'm like I
So,
want to see this guy fight and he barely like stabbed him. poked
Spoiler
him.
alert! Instead of throwing him off like as soon as he threw him off, I was like, oh, he's not dead.
Yeah, I was like,
oh.
Yeah.
And that was one of the parts of the movie where I was like, I'm still in this completely, but
Yeah, you knew he was gonna be alive.
Like so, instead of throwing him off, like just beating the shit, like just destroying him,
or maybe kill him and then they
And
use
then
the
throw him.
vibranium to revive him.
they use the
Yeah, I didn't want to see T'Challa get fucking beat up, dude.
Yeah.
Like nasty. But maybe they didn't want to do it because like makeup, like if they destroyed his face for like the final cut, like to explain how he recovered so quickly. But then like they have the technology is freaking insane. Like I don't know. I thought like, and then another thing like that like when Killmonger defeated Black Panther, I was like, dude, this guy's superior to you in like every way. Maybe like I don't like agree with his views, like how he just wants to, like how he's too extreme. Like I understand what he's saying, but he's like too extreme. Where I'm like, if you would just take it down like a couple notches, you'd be a really good leader, and like you can work with them and stuff like that. But yeah, like he beat the shit out of. Like I use this example when we were talking like it's like Lion King. This movie reminds me a lot about Lion King. You know, Scar takes the throne, but he kills like the current king. So like he's in the wrong, and then he takes the throne like kind of illegally, I guess. But like Killmonger took it like legally, by right of law.
He followed all the steps.
No. But you have to kill the king in order to become king. But he didn't. T'Challa was never dead.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like. Technically,
that's why I think.
But what he's saying is that if he would have been dead, like no one could have said, "Oh, you took the throne." Like and you don't deserve the throne because he went through the steps.
No, but people were mad that he wasn't an actual Wakandan. I mean, he is Wakandan, but he's never lived there until he doesn't know about the Wakandan. Like,
so he's from Wakanda, but he's a foreigner.
He's a foreigner, yeah.
But he still has royal blood, so it was
Like when Killmonger killed when the audience in the movie is supposed to know, what is it, like something irony or whatever. Like when he was dead,
dramatic irony.
Yeah, dramatic irony. When he was dead, I was like, I'm on Killmonger's side. I was like, and then like watching T'Challa try to come back and take the throne was like weird to me. Do you get me?
I think that's dope. I think
it swapped dynamics. They were like,
I think that's,
and I was like,
I think that's what makes the movie interesting. I think that's why it's like. I think that's really cool.
I know it, but these are all like
the fact that you care, like, I mean, that's kind of saying a lot. Like the fact that
our Justice League discussion
side is
remember
insane.
our Justice League discussion.
Yeah, but
that's just go ahead.
But like, I can like the character,
Justice
but like,
League's trash.
But that doesn't make the movie the movie executed good.
I think the movie like it does have some faults. Like I feel like his plan was like they barely put any effort to execute it.
Yeah, like
it was just like kind of like fodder, really. Like it was never really close to being executed.
It's like Trump with the wall. Like he was like, we're just gonna give guns to everybody, and that's the plan.
Not even that. But like if like I would have liked to see like more duress there. Like what if people got guns or what, like all the weapons and stuff, and then I don't know. I just wanted to see a little more. But that's like he said. That's
like I think his. Because his ideology came off as completely kind of insane and like extreme. Like they didn't try to ground it in like they could have done it in a way where like his plan, like to show how like his vision or something. Because he just came off like, I'm gonna kill everybody, black people taking over the world. But it was cool. But one of my favorite dynamics was like, kind of like hood African Americans or in like current day, like, you know, the crime aspect of it, and then like original Africans. Like I thought that dynamic was super cool.
I think that was like, you know, it's a like representation of like what conditions there are in certain areas, like in America or whatever, creates. Like he's just a product of his environment. Like when he sees a dead body and as a kid, and he's like, oh, it's just another day here or whatever. You remember when he said that? So it's kind of like a representation of that, of like the circumstances create. And so now he's kind of like just going at it like what way he sees fate. He's like, oh, well, if you're just gonna like destroy us or like gun us down, we're gonna do the same thing to you because that's the only way we're gonna win. So I feel like him being radical kind of like it works for the story.
And it's kind of weird too because I feel like,
but because he was still grounded. He wasn't just like born for destruction. Like he was born an innocent kid, and he was created. He was made into that
product of his own environment.
Yeah, you know, he was made into that. So it's not like he was just like, oh, I just want to be bad just to be bad.
I know, I didn't say that. I mean, yeah.
Another thing, I forgot, I lost my train of thought. Okay, that's what I was gonna bring up. I wish T'Challa talked to Killmonger more. I wish he like explained like, yo, I know what my father did was wrong. Let's try to fix this. Let's not happen again. But like instead, like they fight for like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. And And then I don't know. I wish the pacing was a lot better to expand more on Killmonger's plan. Instead, I wish they would have got rid of South Korea completely.
The first act was boring.
Yeah, I wish
the first act was boring.
I wish it would have been. Now, bear with me because this is like I didn't really like flesh it out more. But like, imagine how cool it would have been if like instead of all that South Korea crap, we could have got Killmonger coming in to Wakanda with Claw, and then the Wakandans are like, "Yo, what the heck? Like, who are these guys?" But then, like, Killmonger shoots Claw. He shoots his girlfriend. He shoots everybody that he's with just to prove to everybody, like, how badass he is and that he deserves... Oh.
Sync again. One clap, please.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so anyways. So imagine how cool it would have been if, like, just to progress the story even more... Killmonger kills Claw, and that gets Daniel Kaluuya's character like, oh, whoa, this guy has done more than T'Challa has ever done, and this guy's a foreigner, you know what I mean? And then start off the movie from right there instead of get rid of all the boring South Korea parts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the first act was.
It wasn't boring. It just there was no place for it. I feel like it was kind of like.
It could have been substituted for something else more.
But at the same time, like that freaking casino fight is so dope, dude.
Yeah,
that whole casino fight is so.
But it's just like why, and then that led to the car chase, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Black Panther, like the reason that first act was boring was because it was like the traditional like origin story, but like I think we already been introduced to Black Panther twice already. Like
and then get rid of the first battle scene with T'Challa and then the guy in the mountains.
Yeah, I just don't.
And then put Killmonger in there.
I just don't think we needed like that long of an introduction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I'm like, here's Wakanda. We have insane technology.
Yeah.
And then pick up right where his dad died. Like, now you're gonna have to go through the process to become the new king.
That's exactly what they did.
I know, but it took like a long time. Like it should have just instantly been him flying home for the crowning process, and then like the challenge, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah.
And then.
Killmonger shows up. Kills Claw. He shows everyone that he's badass.
What if Claw was attacking Wakanda?
Yes,
They're like, what the fuck? He knew about it, and then they're like, oh, we don't know what to do. Like they're expecting it, and then Killmonger comes in, like fucking kills everybody.
What would Claw have been able to do to Wakanda? Like he can't even get in.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like that first act could have been replaced with something.
Yeah, we could kind of work around it. Like Killmonger's like, yo, I am Wakanda, and he shows this thing, like they abandoned me, let's go kill him. But then he backstabs Claw, or I don't know.
And then for the last fight scene, I didn't really like the last fight scene either on the train. It was like,
dude, I hated that. I hated
it.
Because
why do you guys not like that?
Because in the challenge, you know how like he threw him off, and technically the challenge wasn't over because T'Challa didn't die.
Yeah.
So like I thought according to Wakanda like law, from what the movie like explained at that point, I interpreted it as that. If like the guy's still alive, that means you must finish the challenge.
Yeah.
And like so here comes T'Challa back up and he's like alive and they're like, what the hell? And then like the Get Out what's his name?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya sends the army and then they start fighting him and I was like, wait, what? Like what? Like this is stupid.
Okay, but it's because at that point he was like Killmonger was trying to execute the plan, and they were trying to stop, and T'Challa and company were trying to stop him. So even though they still had to continue the challenge, like they were trying to stop them from stopping the guns going out and stuff, or the weapons going out. So that's why like the army came in.
I know, but like
and they had no problems killing with other Wakandans. That's like weird to me.
But like. They had barely been with this king, and like because if their loyalty was to T'Challa, right?
They weren't.
No, I know, but like let me hear me out. So their loyalty was to T'Challa when he was king.
Yeah.
In their eyes, he was dead. So then they were like, our loyalty's to this guy now.
Yeah.
To the king,
and it
To
shows
the throne, not to the king, to the throne.
to the throne, whatever. But same thing. And then they were like, okay, well, this guy's crazy, but they still followed all his orders.
Because they're loyal to the throne.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And if they're loyal to, like, that, just the Wakandan rules, because they're like, this guy's kind of crazy, but he's king now. We have to listen to him. But then when T'Challa comes back, and they're like, that cancels, like, the king. They're like, oh, they got to finish this shit. Like, none of them are king. So, like, but then they instantly send the army out and, like, try to kill him. I'm like,
It's because they don't want him to be king anymore. Like,
no, it's because they don't. They were sending out the weapons already.
Yeah, but
And
none of them have exited yet, so like they should have just stopped it.
I don't know. That part doesn't bother me.
Like it's just that's
because
just
their
nitpicking.
loyalty
That's
just
nitpicking.
shifted.
No, the part that part doesn't bother me at all. The part that bothers
You're
me
just
is
nitpicking.
I'm not nitpicking.
Yeah.
You just
just-
take whatever goes down your throat. Better. It's so good. And the fight scene was dumb.
Dude, the fight
What
scene
fight
was
scene?
so dumb. Why do they fight down there?
Yeah, they
They should have fought like on a hill, beautiful like cinematography.
Did you not pay attention to the story?
No. But just them two, and then everybody's watching them two fight in the Black Panther suits.
They were
Just
having
them
a
two
civil war.
That's the stupid part. Why are they killing each other?
No, because doesn't the Rhino like come in like lick her? And then they all stop for some reason, and then they should all stop, realize what they're like fighting about, and then they see these two dudes who's gonna be king, and then they're just I don't know. I just felt like
the way it should have played out was that T'Challa comes back.
it was so disjointed to me. Like it felt like one piece was over here and then one piece was over here when it should have all been connected.
I know. This is my version of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So T'Challa comes back, and then like they're like, oh, let's continue the challenge or whatever, and then they start fighting, right? You know, like they just start fighting, but then like Daniel Kaluuya's character, because he was kind of like, oh, I like Killmonger, he could have been the one to be like, try to maybe like T'Challa gets like a good hit on him, and then like he has the edge, and then he tries to be like, he's like, fuck, he's gonna lose, like, and then I'm gonna lose my power, so then he tries to kill T'Challa, and then Michonne's like, whoa, what the fuck? And she's like, and then they start fighting, and then her army and his army, then they start going at it, because then that's the right cause, that's a just cause.
man.
Doesn't matter,
they
but
are
they
lovers,
love their country more than like the other thing.
Oh my
like
God,
that would have been a way better just cause. Like, and then both armies start fighting, and then like they realize, and then like they're just like, whatever, let's just finish watching the challenge, and then they fucking T'Challa and Killmonger fight it out on the top of the mountain, and then if he beat Killmonger or he kills himself, whatever, at least the people see in his eyes, because they saw him go out like a little bitch, and they're like, now he's our king because he beat him or whatever.
Like,
No. It would have been dope because remember how T'Challa like he gave the option for him to tap out.
Yeah.
Like what if you had him in that same position, and then like he like asked him to tap out, but then he gives that speech where he's like, my ancestors would have jumped off the ships than rather live in bondage, and then that's when T'Challa had to kill him. I don't know. That would have been so much more personal. Oh my, that would have been awesome.
It should have just been in front of everybody.
So cool.
Like it would have been way better.
And then when
way more payoff.
And then
I just think like because they both had the Black Panther in them, and they were both in the costumes, so it's like they were both evenly matched, and that's why they went down there. But I agree with.
but
I get what you're saying, but like,
but can't vibranium cut vibranium? So like they could have just like torn.
Yeah, like Wolverine.
Yeah,
like,
they could have beat. And
adamantium
then,
you could still kill the other.
Like the Black Panther suit getting like beat up and stuff. Like I don't know, that would have been super cool instead of the stupid train thing. I don't know why they did that, dude. Stupid.
It's because vibranium neutralizes, or the vibranium force field neutralizes the.
We know why they did the train scene, but I'm like, that's more of a.
And plus, it's fictional too.
Yeah,
so
that's more.
I can just write.
Like that's more of a checkbox to be like, make sure this is like it makes sense for them to fight down here. Whereas it's not like really, it doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, I feel like you can just write in, because since it's fictional, like what are the rules? Like you
or
can't
like
say.
Shuri could have been like, she could have had a kill switch for both the suits.
she built the suit. She could have killed.
Or he'd be like, he could tell Shuri beforehand, be like,
kill both.
If anything,
suits, yeah.
if like we're not gonna be able to kill each other, like turn off the suits.
Yeah, we should write
like
the next Black Panther movie, dude.
And then she's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Cause like he can die too." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sure." Like that would have been so badass because he's risking his own life to like.
Cool, man.
That would have been so dope, dude.
Because Shuri has the technology. You can just
she'd be like, "No, brother."
But dude, tell me why Shuri is the best character in that movie. She's
really
so
dope.
awesome.
I know,
Except for that stupid joke. What are those?
Yeah, that was pretty cringe.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I walked out of the theater. I was like, "Nah, I'll stay."
Dude, we should write the next Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. The whole train thing was dumb. I didn't like that at all.
I liked it because it was like a little more personal. It was just them two. Like it was like them. They were kind of like fighting and talking it out. Because like at that point, the people that were fighting, like on whoever was fighting for Killmonger and whoever was fighting for T'Challa, they weren't fighting because like they weren't fighting for whoever they thought it was gonna be king. They were fighting for whoever they were fighting for whoever's ideal they believed in. So like Daniel Kaluuya's character, he was fighting for
help everybody,
like take the weapons and help the world. The other people were fighting for like T'Challa's beliefs, whatever.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it's not like what you were saying.
I don't know. I just think the setting was dumb. I think you could have had that where they look out, where T'Challa and Killmonger look out, and then they see one side and the other side like about to go at it, and then start off with Abraham's thing where like T'Challa's about to kill Killmonger, but then Daniel Kaluuya attacks T'Challa, and then I don't know,
if you remember,
dude, that's sick. That's such a good idea.
If you remember when the Rhino licks Michonne,
yeah,
it was because he was charging at T'Challa, and then she goes in front and he stops because like Daniel Kaluuya and Michonne are no. The Rhino stops because Daniel Kaluuya and Michonne are lovers.
Yeah, they're lovers.
And so the Rhino like loves Michonne.
Yeah.
So that's why he stops. But
wait, what does that have to do with anything?
No,
I
thought
he was charging because he was on top. No, but
what does the Rhino have to do with that?
I'm telling you, he was like what you were saying, like what he would have done, like if he was like, oh, this guy has the edge on my king, I'm gonna lose my power. So he goes and tries to like give him a cheap shot, and that's what he was. I'm saying like that's what was happening when he was charging at T'Challa. I don't know, it doesn't matter.
I just thought it was weird that they were shooting down these ships that had Wakandan pilots in it, and like they were just shooting down their own people. I don't know. I thought that was
because
weird.
they were distributing the weapons.
Yeah, but they weren't killing each other when they were when they were fighting on ground. They were like knocking each other out. They weren't like actually stabbing and killing each other. They were just like knocking each other down and stuff.
Well, because you have to destroy the ship to. I don't know.
I thought there could have been a better way with like Shuri with that white guy. I don't know his name. Michael or Martin Freeman.
The movie's not perfect, but I think it was like a solid, like really good film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
That did a lot of
it's
great
good.
stuff.
Oh my god, the soundtrack's amazing.
Miss me with that bullshit.
No, but when Michonne was fighting and all you hear is whoop, 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 and then the Wakandan drums come. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to lose my.
Like my favorite part of the movie was the lore and some of the characters. Yeah. Like the Wakanda, like the way like the set design and everything, like they did was incredible. Like it was really dope. But I'm just saying, like I'm only critiquing it this hard because I want every movie to be as good as it can be. Like, but. Like I don't know if they do a sequel, but like Killmonger was such a dope character. I wanted him to live, dude.
Man, I was hoping
it would have been cool if they would have kept him alive and then they used him for Infinity War.
I was hoping like somehow at the end like he would have fled or something. Yeah. But what if Thanos brings him back to life to help him?
Nah, he won't.
Thanos gonna be like, Killmonger, you little bitch. She's like, you're not gonna do anything.
Thanos has his buddies anyways. He has like
Thanos gonna hook it up.
Was it like Proxima Midnight? That's such a sick name.
I don't know.
There's some.
I know nothing about Thanos lore and like at all. But I'm really excited for Civil War. I'm gonna have to watch all these movies.
I just thought it would have been dope if Killmonger was in Infinity War.
Yeah,
because they would have they could have had him locked up and then just be like, "Yo, we need you," and like because one of I think we talked about on the Alien podcast. I don't think like the only thing that can unite mainly all of humanity is an alien coming in and threatening our world. Yeah. So they'd be like, Killmonger, I know you're fucking crazy, but like. There's something bigger than our fight right now.
Yeah,
help us out.
Thanos is gonna kill all your people, so you better fight this guy.
But I feel like
it would have been like a.
I feel like he would have gone on Thanos' side.
Why?
Because it would have been
but Thanos is gonna kill everybody that he cares about.
Killmonger cares about his people.
Yeah. So
like Thanos doesn't give a fuck about any human. Yeah. He's just.
Yeah. You have a point.
I don't know. It would have been cool because it would have been like Thor and Loki, Black Panther, Killmonger. Captain America and Winter Soldier.
And like, the reason that sucks is because we don't get great villains a lot.
Yeah, and they kill
and he's gone.
And
he's gone.
Yeah,
that's the worst part because like this. He's like on the. I feel like he's on his like he has potential to be like an iconic villain.
Yeah.
And it sucks that he's only gonna, or we think he's only gonna be in one movie because who knows if they're gonna have some crazy idea to like bring him back to life. I doubt it. Like I think it's unlikely, but you never know.
I just hate bringing back characters to life all the time. Like
like of course that's terrible, but I'm saying it's.
But I'd still,
that's what they said about Yondu. Like James Gunn says, like he's never gonna bring back Yondu unless someone.
Because then it just like when I watch the movies again and they die, I'm like.
Yeah, I know.
I don't fucking care anymore.
Chaz, you gonna come back.
That's why Logan's so powerful because like it's his last movie.
Hopefully.
Man. Woo.
Miss
that's
me with that bullshit.
All right, so rank your Marvel movies now. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll do that for another topic. This is the end of this topic. Episode 16 is now over. You guys know where to find this. YouTube.com/Troubleshooters. Share this with your friends, please. We're demonetized.
Help a brother.
Yeah, my name is Cameron.
I'm Gomez.
And that's Google over there.
Hey Google, what's my name?
Your name is Master.
All right, we'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.
All right.
That was good. Your name is Zaddy.